Hi friends, this is Carmen. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. We're doing some repotting today, and I'm repotting some plants that I recently got at Lowe's and Walmart. Hopefully you've seen my video of when I got them and sharing them with you. If not, I'll link that down below. But they have been acclimating to my home for about a little more than a week now. And I think I'm ready to repot them. They look like they're ready. The soil is pretty much dried out from the last watering I gave them, so I like to repot when the soil is dry as opposed to very moist. So it's time to repot them. So let's get to it, okay? Okay, so I've got you facing down here, ready to repot this. And we're going to start off with this Shingle Vine. All of these are Costa Farms plants, and you know, they come in decorative pots. I may end up spray painting some of these pots just to kind of break up the, you know, because they only have them in, well, I think maybe 3 colors: the white, this beige, and I think there may be a gray color. But I think I may spray paint these before I finish today's video. So you can see this Shingle Vine I got for $5. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this same shingle. We'll see. I have for these rubber bands here. I have some leaf trellises that I may use. Let's see. Give this a squeeze. Looks like there's even roots that were on here. Well, and they've got roots coming out the bottom too. Oh, goodness. I am going to use, wow, this catches on everything. I am going to use the same nursery pot also. And I can see already, I'm glad I'm repotting this because I spy with my little eye some netting on these when they were first put in here as plugs. You see the netting and the roots have grown through them. So I'm just going to tear that netting off. I have this trellis and the bottom stake kind of broke off, unfortunately. I think I may have wet it too much, but I think I may use this one because this is the top portion of another trellis and it doesn't have the spikes to put in to the soil like this one does. So I may use this one. I've got some really chunky mix here. This is actually some coco coir soil that I had from another plant that I've taken out any little roots and stuff, debris that may have been in here, and I added some orchid bark mix and charcoal and perlite in it and some other nutrients. So I think I may put these roots are bigger than I thought they were going to be. So this one, you want to make sure that you place it facing the backs to each other so I can put the trellis right in the center. got some Velcro that I'm going to attach this to the trellis. Okay, so I attached it with some little Velcro onto this leaf trellis, this monstera leaf, and I'll show you a better picture here of where I've placed it, and I'm hoping that this trellis will stay up because a portion of it on the bottom is broken off, so it's not in as deep as that I'd like it to go, but it will hold on to it. But I think it'll be much happier, and I'm going to give it a good spray also with some neem oil just to make sure, because I just feel this plant has so many little crevices and things that I'm still apprehensive about it getting mealybugs or something like that. So let's move on to the next clearance plant, which is this little fiddle leaf fig Bambino that I got for $4. Let's see, it's got some roots coming out the bottom also. It's dry because it's been a while since I watered it. And it's got lots of thin roots. I mean, the top of it is covered with thin roots, so definitely needs some repotting. And it's just very compact, this coco coir. It gets hard as a rock after a while. Okay, so I got off as much as I could, and it's got a good root system. They're just very fine. I mean, it's got some nice roots in here. I don't feel or see any type of netting from any type of plug or anything like that. So I am going to put it back into the same container, but just with some better soil, not too much at the bottom because this has got a pretty good root system. And get as much of the soil in there. This is chunky mix, so just have to shake it down in there. Get it in between the crevices. That's going to be so much better for it. Give some breathing space for these growing roots, some fresh nutrient soil. That's going to do great. I think I'm going to put this one with the my other ficus trees in my bedroom in a south-facing window. Okay, the next one I think is probably my favorite. This RavenZZ. This wasn't on clearance, but it was on sale. It was $15, and it comes in that very generic pot. So let's just take this out and see what we got. Oh, lordy. Let's see. Look at that. Wow. What a vigorous grower. I'm wondering if I need to go up a size, at least deeper, not necessarily wider, but something deeper. Let me go out into the patio and see what I have. So I did find this container. It's a little bit bigger, but it's definitely deeper. So this will work. So I probably won't be able to use that cover pot because that nursery pot will be too, wow, this is really in here. Rhizomes in there. I can feel as hard as a rock in here. Look at that. You can see them. I'm trying to get it out without tearing the roots on the bottom, but okay, minimal damage. Wow. Look at that. No more room to grow. There's hardly any soil in here. There's just very packed in coco coir. I mean, wow. It's just all rhizomes. There's some in the center here, so let me try and get those out. I'm gonna get my fingers down in there to break up the center portion of it. Oh, look at that. It is just all roots. Okay. I don't know if this is even gonna, well, it'll be deep enough, but I don't know if it's gonna be wide enough. But I don't want to put in anything too big. It's gonna have to be. So let me just put some soil down at the bottom. I did put a little netting down at the bottom to keep the soil from going out, and start putting it in here. Shake it down in there. I think this plant is going to be so much happier with the extra space down here and a little bit more space to the sides. I'll put it in a basket or something in the meantime until I can find a nice cover pot for it. Give it the nice look it deserves. But I will probably put it here behind me in the dining room next to its cousin, the regular ZZ plant. Okay, so the last one is this lemon meringue pothos. Again, it's also trending tropicals. And it's very light because it's been a while since I watered it. I don't see any roots coming out the bottom. There are several plants in here. Good squeeze. Ooh, hello. I love it when I see roots like this. It tells me the plant is happy and healthy, but it's going to be even happier in some fresh soil and better soil. So let's get this old stuff off of her. Look at all those roots, just gorgeous. I am going to put it back into the same nursery pot. So just put a little bit down at the bottom, and it's going to go back into the same cover pot also. I'm going to put this lemon meringue in a sunny spot to help it maintain that variegation. Probably in my plant room underneath the grow bulb. I'll take that tag off. So let me show you where they've all been placed. Okay, so I placed the ZZ Raven right here in the east-facing dining room window right next to its brother or cousin, however you want to put it. And I put it in this basket that has a liner because, yeah, I had to upsize on that pot and it just would not fit back into the original cover pot. The Fiddle Fig Bambino I placed here in my bedroom next to the other ficus trees that I have. I really need to get some bench or something to place these on to lift them up a little bit higher and maybe out of Georgie's reach because he keeps digging up the soil. Yes, go back under the bed. But I think it'll do well here in the south-facing window. So the lemon meringue pothos I placed here in this little riser, and I think it'll be okay for right now. Again, I need to get some more plant stands and things like that to kind of lift some of these up because some of them are getting more light than others, and so I need to fix that. But the lemon meringue should have plenty of light here underneath this grow bulb, and I think it'll do well in keeping its variegation and continuing to grow. Here is the Shingle Vine. I put it out here. I think it'll do well out here. It is really humid already. It's not even noon, and I'm feeling the humidity now. But I think this plant will like it out here in the humidity, get some morning sun, and I think it'll do well on this trellis also. Keep an eye on it as far as it, attaching itself to this trellis. So, should be good. Should be all good. I'm really happy with all of them. And just a kind of a little bit of an update while we're here. You remember my desert rose that I repotted? It lost almost all of its leaves except for like one in this one. But it's starting to grow them all back now. So it like went into shock a little bit after I repotted it, and now it's coming back with a vengeance as far as, lots of growth points and things like that. So I think it's going to do just fine. I've moved it back because we've been getting rain every afternoon, and it was getting really wet close to the screen there, so I moved them back. And here are my Rex begonias. They're doing great in this vert planter. New growth on there, really nice. And even on the old version of the vert planter, my orchid, it's getting a new spike. Look at that, new growth on it, new roots. It's doing really well. After I put this moss on it and reattached it, the orchid's doing great, and the Rex begonias are doing great. Well, there you have it, friends. That's just a little bit of an update on my plants and repotting of them. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give this video a like, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any updates and any repotting videos and shop with me's and all of that great stuff, okay? Thanks, friends. I'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye now.